Mr. Milner, you claim the defendant, Ms. Heath, deceived you into believing that you fathered her 3-month-old son, Zachariah Milner Jr.
Yes,
you
Your
say you love her son and would be devastated to find out that you've been loving another man's child, which is why you have petitioned the court to order a paternity test. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Heath, you admit there was another man, but claim Mr. Milner signed the birth certificate acknowledging paternity, and therefore there's no reason for a test to be ordered. The court must determine if there is enough evidence to warrant ordering a paternity test. So, Mr. Milner, why do you believe Ms. Heath has been deceiving you this entire time?
I feel like she's been deceiving me because when I first met her, I told her straight up what I want. And that is, I want a family. I want to be a family man. I'm done reading the streets. I'm really tired of that. And I feel like at the time, as soon as I said that, the light came up above her head, like, bing, I got me a duck. You heard me? I'm finna go ahead and pluck this man for whatever I can. And that's why I'm here. I really need this test.
Oh, you thought like a light came on, like I can use him up. I got one that's just, I can tell anything to?
Man, get away with it, yeah.
Your Honor, that wasn't the case. When I met Mr. Milner, yes, he did say he wanted the family. Of course, I wanted the same thing. I have other children, you know. This was not a part of the plan, you know. I didn't just see him and was like, oh, I got somebody that's gonna sit here and, you know, do the family things and take care of my kids.
So, Mr. Milner, I want to understand this. Why do you have doubt?
After everything done happened, we got us an apartment. She sitting there, we watching TV, her head is in my lap. Me and her is talking real well. Next thing I know, she just bust out the tears. I mean, just go straight to crying. I don't know if the baby yours or not. Ooh.
That is not true.
So I'm like...
That's not true, Your Honor. He doesn't have it correct. I'm sorry.
Okay, how do you see it?
How I don't have it correct?
I kept trying to make sure with my doctor that I had the conception dates right. When the date got moved back, I was like, well, maybe it, you know, maybe the other, in my head, I was like, maybe it could be another, the other gentleman.
I thought you all were in a committed relationship.
It happened prior to Mr. Milner. That's why I don't understand it. I understand his doubt, but I don't understand the fuel to his fire is like I cheated on him. I did not.
Oh, so you're saying it could be to another guy before him?
But prior to him. So I went ahead and told him because I've never lied to Mr. Milner. I was honest with him from day one about any and everything.
What am I lying about?
I'm sorry. The gentleman that he always even claims has nothing to do with the matter. Like, it's always something about me, but I'm always catching stuff on him.
Lamons Mebane works for this court. And Ms. Mebane, in the process of taking the statement from Ms. Heath, it's in the record that you heard her say testimony that differs than what she is presenting in court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did she tell you about her relationship with the other man?
She told me that sometimes they used condoms and sometimes they did not.
Your Honor, I have a situation to where I cannot just not use condoms. So I had condoms on the whole time.
Ms. Mebane, when you took that statement, you asked her simply, did she use condoms the entire time?
Correct.
She said sometimes and sometimes not.
Correct. She said sometimes we did and sometimes we did not. Exactly.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, Ms. Heath, did you ever tell the other man that he could be the biological father?
No, ma'am. When I called him, I strictly asked him about the condom. Period, point blank. He was like, no, you made sure that I used condoms. He was like, so I should, he was like, we stopped messing around before this, you know, all of this transpired. And he said that nothing happened with the condom. So I was like, I won't contact you. I won't say anything to you. The other gentleman is married, ma'am. Yes, he's married, and I didn't know.
Married?
Yeah, he's married. Your Honor, while I was messing with this gentleman, I was not aware that he was married until my relative came to me after I had already started a relationship because we never treated it as such. She said, well, you know he's still messing with his wife. I was like, well, why you didn't tell me this prior? Because I don't mess with married men. That is not my cup of tea.
Is it that you don't believe this married man could have been Zachariah's biological father? Is it that you didn't want him to be?
Both.
Because he was married?
It was both, Your Honor, because that man, he had too much going on.
So can you tell me with 100% certainty, 100%, that you know Mr. Milner is your child's biological father?
With time, Your Honor, I can't. I cannot be for sure on anything, and I have to be honest with myself. And I've been honest with Mr. Milner. I don't know for sure. I can't be for sure. That's why I need this test today because, you know, even though he said he'll be there for him, every time we get into an argument, it's like, well, he's not mine. It's an ex. It's this, it's that. And I'm tired of hearing it. I am.
In the case of Milner Sr. versus Heath, when it comes to 3-month-old Zachario Milner Jr., it has been determined by this court, Mr. Milner, you are the father. Oh, wow, I haven't seen you smile like this, Mr. Milner.
It feel good, it feel great.
How does it feel to finally get the truth, Ms. Heath?
It feels good. It's closure. I can live my life peacefully, and we can be happy how we were.
Mr. Fisher, you claim you made the biggest mistake of your life by signing the birth certificate for 2-month-old Sophia. You say your fiance dropped a bomb on you just 1 month ago and admitted you may not be her father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Doyle, you admit to making the biggest mistake of your life by cheating on Mr. Fisher, but stand in court hoping and praying he is Sophia's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fisher, you say today's results mean everything to you. Explain.
I love Brittany and I love Sophia to death. They're my world, but she lied to me. She kept the truth from me, and it kills me. I hope I am Sophia's father. I love her to death. That's my baby.
So you say you love her?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you decide to settle down,
Yes.
and you had this beautiful relationship. It felt perfect to you.
It's everything I've ever wanted.
And then, Miss Doyle, how do we end up here? What happened?
One of his family members, I was on vacation with one of his family members in Florida, and another one of his family members that he was with at the time had texted me, and he said, Trey's cheating on you, which we call him Trey, but his name is John. So, I was hurt. And so I went to be by myself at the pool area where I was at the time, and a guy walked up to me. And he's like, well, you look like you need somebody to talk to. Do you want to go to my camper and talk? So I go back to his camper with him, and we talked about it, and then one thing led to another. He kissed me, and then we had sex.
Unprotected sex?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you ever find out if Mr. Fisher was actually cheating that time?
Yes, Your Honor. Me and him talked about it, and the family member admitted that it was a lie, that he did not cheat on me.
So the family member sent a text and lied.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you went and had revenge sex.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the whole time it was a lie?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Fisher, as you stand here, I can see how difficult it is to hear your fiance describe the night she had sex with another person. And you knew nothing about this until after Sophia was born.
Yes, Your Honor.
I felt guilty. Like, it was inside of me saying, hey, I need to tell him, just so that he knows.
Mr. Fisher, how do you remember that night?
We just had fun all day that day, just holding Sophia, spending time with her, just quality time. And she started looking at Sophia, started crying, kept crying. And she told me she cheated on me. I tell her I love her, she's my world, so is Sophia. But I shouldn't have to stay and take care of some other man's baby, because that's what a man is supposed to do. But I'll stay and take care of her, because I know she thinks that I'm the father, and I'll still hold her like she's mine.
Have you prepared yourself, Mr. Fisher? Have you said, let me prepare myself either way. Let me just think about how I will behave, how I will take my next step if I'm not Sophia's biological father?
I haven't really thought about that part yet, honestly. That's a beautiful, amazing baby right there. That's my world. She's what keeps me going every day.
Before I go to the results, Ms. Doyle, is there anything you'd like to say to Mr. Fisher?
I'm sorry that it happened, and if she's yours, then I hope that...
Let me tell you this. You ain't gotta be guilty about it no more. I know about it. And I know you're sorry. Just don't hold it on me no more. That's my baby no matter what. And you're my wife. I love you.
When it comes to 2-month-old Sophia Fisher, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Fisher, you are the father. Oh. You can stand there with him if you'd like. How does it feel, Mr. Fisher, to know that that is your beautiful little baby girl?
Well, I think we're gonna get married when we get back home.
Aww. Mr. Cohen, you say your wife brought another man into your home and had sex with him under your roof.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim your trust has been shattered and you're enduring the ultimate betrayal of not knowing whether or not Kyrie is your son. Today's DNA results will determine the fate of your marriage. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mrs. Cohen, what is the current status of your marriage?
Right now, I'm trying to save my marriage because we are on the verge of divorce. I want to prove to him that he is the father of our 1-year-old son. He's my high school sweetheart. We met in the 10th grade. We started dating. We've been together for 7 years, married for 3, and I just really want to prove to him and his family members that he is the father of our 1-year-old son.
Mr. Cohen, how did you find out your wife was cheating?
In April, me and Jasmine, we broke up. We said we was gonna be done with each other for good. We were still living under the same roof in the same house. Going into May, we began to have sex again, all that good stuff. I went through Jasmine's phone one day after we got back together, and her phone was locked. She had a passcode on it. So I had to get in that phone. I said, okay, what can I do? I used all Jasmine's 10 fingers on her finger to unlock her iPhone.
How?
She had a lock on her phone with her finger. With her
Right,
thumb.
so how did you use her fingers?
She was asleep at the time, and I put her finger on the phone, and she continued to stay asleep.
Wow, all right.
Yes, so as I was going through the phone, I decided to check messages. I was checking phone logs, photos, everything. So I was like, oh, my wife's not cheating no more. We're about to be happy. I was about to lock the phone. Right when I was about to lock the phone, I opened up the notes in her phone, and I seen my name at the top. I was like, let me click on this note. Why is my name there? I clicked on the note, and there was 2 other names under my name. I instantly realized that was the people Jasmine had been intimate with, because my name was first, which I took Jasmine's virginity, and there was another name under it of a guy who I knew she slept with while we was on a break. This was when we was younger. But then there was a third name. I knew nothing of that name. So I went straight to Instagram, typed in the name, and
You were busy. And you were doing this all in the middle of the night?
It wasn't even actually night, it was daytime.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Inspector Gadget. So then you go to Instagram, and what happens?
I went to Instagram, I typed in the guy's name, and his name popped up first. I clicked on that picture, and it was the guy. I went in his DMs.
How do you know it was the guy?
I went into his DMs, and I was like, "You're having a baby, sir." And he replied back to me, acting like he knew exactly who I was. He was like, "No, I only slept with her one time, and that's not my child. She told me nothing about her being pregnant or anything," and then he blocked me, so there was no
To
father.
be fair, I was already pregnant when I slept with him.
In the case of Cohen versus Cohen, when it comes to 15-month-old Kyrie Cohen, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Cohen, you are the father.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Everybody can follow me. Be quiet.
You can stand with your wife, you can stand with your husband. You initially appeared in couples court due to cheating allegations, but this case was referred to me by the Cutlers due to paternity doubts. Mr. Jones, you claim that after 48 years of trying to become a father, your dream became a reality. But that initial excitement turned into a nightmare as your wife admitted that she had been unfaithful. You now believe 4-year-old Tamari is not your biological child, but will be crushed if the DNA results are negative. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Jones, you state you did cheat on your husband, but claim you are certain that Tamari is his daughter. You say today's DNA results will determine the future of your marriage and family. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, tell me what your household has been like due to paternity denial.
Your Honor, my household been upside down. I'm sleeping on the couch. Your Honor, I never said nothing, but I always had some type of doubt. Ever since I found out she cheated, I always had doubt. I never
And you haven't said anything.
I never said nothing, but I look at her, and I'm trying to see me. I'm trying to see me in her.
And so you stepped up.
So you don't see you in her?
Sometimes.
This is new to me. I thought that he knew, because he never brought this up until a little while, like a couple of months ago. I mean,
that he didn't feel Tamari was his child.
Yes. That's what I was under the impression of.
So why do you think you're here today?
I argue with him, and I would say petty stuff.
I mean, she cheated on me. I never thought, that I have a baby, but...
So you stepped up as a dad to do the right
Yes,
thing.
I did the right thing,
And
yes.
for the past 4 years, you've been there for Tamari.
I ain't...
But the truth is, as you look at this beautiful baby, every day you're studying her features going, I don't see me.
Right. At 48, I had the baby, and it's like my world is turned upside down. Every time we argue, she says she ain't mine.
Oh, she tells you?
Yeah.
Are you telling him, Ms. Jones?
All right, I'm gonna be totally honest. Yes, I did tell him, but that was in the heat of the moment. I did, mess up in the past around this time of conceiving. And, we all are human, we all make mistakes. I regret it, I'm very ashamed. I'm embarrassed, but it is a doubt in my mind as well. But I really don't believe that another man could just, I know it takes one time, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that another man just randomly can just overpower my husband's sperm. It just can't happen. I'm sorry.
You find out your wife is pregnant, and what goes through your mind?
I couldn't believe it. I didn't think I could have a baby at that age. I was 48 years old.
So you didn't think you could even produce a baby at 48 years old?
No, because my lifestyle, I was in the street, hanging out, doing a lot of things, and I thought maybe,
You even submitted a chart to the court to outline why you believed you weren't this child's biological father.
Wait.
So you have a sexual timeline where you basically say you lost your virginity in 1981 and you've had 33 years of an active sex life And no one has ever gotten pregnant until 2014,
Yes, Your Honor.
which is your wife.
Yes.
That's a long time. In those 33 years, Mr. Jones, you're saying, I've never impregnated anyone.
Nobody never told me.
And you've had multiple women
I had multiple women.
having sex unprotected.
Unprotected.
Hi, Dr. Gator.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here today. We are here talking about the paternity as it relates to beautiful baby Tamari. And Mr. Jones has expressed a real concern about his sperm count, and we need answers, so we called upon you.
Okay.
Can you talk to us about what a semen analysis, sperm analysis does? What can you determine from a test like that?
So a semen analysis is typically used to look at a man's ability to father a child. And it looks at key components of health of sperm. And those would be the number of sperm, the shape of the sperm, and the motility, or the sperm's ability to move.
All right.
So in Mr. Jones's case, we did a semen analysis, and basically on a normal semen analysis, you expect to see about 20 million sperm per milliliter, and you expect to see normal shape and sperm that can move. In Mr. Jones's case, he had well under 1 million sperm, and in fact, when they looked under the microscope, there were only 3 motile sperm that were seen.
Oh my God.
3?
3. So for a 70-year-old man, let's say, you still would expect to see millions of sperm. So that's much lower than that. And even for someone who's had a vasectomy, that's someone who, you know, you'd expect to see no sperm. So his sperm count is actually closer to someone who had a vasectomy than even someone who's 70 or 80 years old.
So, Mr. Jones, when you hear the testimony from Dr. Gator, does that further your doubt? Does that?
Yes.
It does.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the truth is, this would be a miracle, Dr. Gator,
Yes.
if this baby was his biological child.
Yes.
And God can produce miracles, please. God,
Yes.
please.
Yes, he
Yes,
can.
it can.
Please, I pray.
In the case of Jones versus Jones, when it comes to 4-year-old Tamari Jones, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Jones, you are the father. Yes.
Oh, my heart feels so good.
You can stand over there with your wife, Spider-Man. Okay. She said it shot like a well. Oh, I'm so happy for you both.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. Y'all gonna make me cry my last off. I'm trying to hold on. I'm so happy for you all.
I'm happy for myself.